Oh yeah. Been a while since this has been done. I let this run for a while so the oil gets warmed up. Oh, of course they made the bloody spout not long enough. Dang it. I forgot about this. There. Okay. Alright, went better than expected. Alright, I let all the old oil drain out, and yes, I do have something set up down there to catch all this. I know it kind of goes everywhere. Yeah, I let all the old oil drain out, then I flushed it through with a tiny bit of this new oil that we're putting in, just until the last of that tiny little bit of metallic sludge came through. I have not fully changed the oil in this, I think, since 2016. I know that I've kept up with it by, hang on, trying to do too many things at once here. I know I've kept up with it by topping it off, you know, every month or so, because obviously when it runs, just like how a combustion engine always uses a little bit of oil, an air compressor will consume a little bit as well. There seems to be some oil stuck on the inside of that sight glass, but as you guys saw, it was empty. There's just like literally a few last drops that were trickling out when I put that plug back in. Alright, I don't think you can see it, but I got one of these funnels. It's the only one I have that will actually fit in the small opening, so I gotta use it even though it's like tall, even by my standards it's tall, but whatever. Alright, so air compressor maintenance. Completely random video, probably not the most exhilarating thing in the world, but it is very, very overlooked. It's probably the single most overlooked maintenance item in anybody's shop, and I don't know about you guys, but I put a lot of hours on my air compressor. I expect a lot from it, and I want to take care of it because A, those things are expensive, but B, I don't really want to have to afford the downtime if I run it out of oil or something. So, I know not changing the oil in it for like 3 years doesn't speak well of that, but I'm working on it and I fixed it. And basically, here's my random review of the day. This DeWalt synthetic air compressor oil. I've been using this stuff literally for years. DeWalt's not paying me to shill this stuff. Yeah, it says good for 200 hours or 1 year between oil changes. Oops. Yeah, it's very good oil. I've been using it myself since at least 2017. I looked at my Amazon history, and that's when it says the last time was that I ordered this stuff was, and I'm pretty sure I was using it before then. I seem to vaguely remember that I bought some of this maybe at a big box store when I bought the compressor, and I put it in there. But whatever the case, it's held up very well through 3 years of never being changed, but only being topped off. The problem with that is that all that sludge and the metallic stuff and whatnot, it settles in the bottom of the crankcase in that compressor and it never gets flushed out. That's why it's not okay to just top things off. Like if you have a vehicle that hemorrhages oil, you know, I understand you keep the oil level up by dumping in a quart with every tank of gas or whatever, but you still do need to actually change oils while that stuff washes out the bottom. But whatever the case, yeah, it's held up very well. This stuff, it's very good oil. Yeah, I'm not going to tell you guys this is the greatest oil in the world because I don't know and I don't really care. I'm not going to pretend to be a petrochemical expert here just to make a few bucks, but it does work. It is very good. And here's the thing. This is, in my opinion, a prime example of something I always say, which is if you know what you're doing, you can get very good quality items online for less than the crappy stuff costs at a local big box store. Case in point, this. It is for a full quart of this, and keep in mind, all right, that's a 60-gallon air compressor, and for whatever the volume is of the pump that they put on top of it, I was able to change the oil in this, which includes me pouring some of this in as the drain plug was open to flush out some of the last of the gritty stuff, and I spilled probably like a half a pint of this stuff by being a goof. And look, you hear that? There's still oil left in this. It took less than a quart, which is like $11, I think, or $14, whatever it is. I don't think I could go to the store and buy like a smaller container of non-synthetic air compressor oil for that. And it's just, you buy it and it's done, and it's good for a year or 200 hours. I bet I run that thing a lot more than 200 hours a year, but I don't know, whatever the case. This is the oil I've used. It's kept the compressor from eating itself for 3 years between oil changes. I got 3 air compressors that I own. 2 of them have this oil in it, And the third one, it still has factory oil in it, which I guess I also need to change. But random video, super random review. Like I said, I've shilled some stuff for DeWalt in the past, but I'm not now. They have no idea that I'm making this video. I just like this oil, it's what I use. Random video of the day. Take care of your air compressor and it'll take care of you.